Welcome to Fulcrum Homedecor. My name is Pallavi and I'm here to help you transform your spaces into a home. Today is a makeover video. It's the makeover of a living room. It's one of my very dear friends whose house I've been coming to for a very long time. They had decorated and designed their house a long while ago and it was due for a makeover very soon. So the brief that I got from them was they've had the sofa that you see in the before pictures for a while now. However, they wanted a change. They wanted to get rid of the darker colors that they had. Also, during the time they made this room, that time the Wenge dark brown color used to be very in. So this room needed to get a facelift, and we did not want to, because the bone structures of the room was very beautiful, the ceiling was in perfect condition, the plywood that was used was in perfect condition. We did not want to strip the entire place down. There were certain areas that needed focus, which I will explain as we go. And we just used what we had, some new and some old, and we gave this space a makeover. So let me begin by the entrance. The door of the living room opens directly into the room. There is no foyer. So earlier, the way the sofa was oriented, they chose an L shape with a lounger, as you can see here, and they also had a two-seater in front of the window. So one of the concerns that was there was they did not get to access the window as much, and they wanted a seating which was lower. The sofa was feeling a little bulky in the space. That needed to change. So what we decided to do in this entire space is that we wanted to get rid of the darker color and make it light and bright. So after a lot of conversation and deliberation, we came up with a color scheme of grey. We wanted to use things that they had, so we added warmth of brown, which they had in some very beautiful pieces of furniture that was existing. So this is how the TV unit used to look before. It was a dark wall, a dark paneling on the wall. So we left the bone structure just the way it is. And now, because it was a laminate finish and this laminate was textured, we could not re-laminate the space. So what we went ahead doing is that we spray painted this entire dark section into a light grey. Now you can see that there's a drastic difference between the before and after just with the change of color. We did not do anything to the structure. The only thing we added was these wooden panels right next to the TV. This wooden panel is basically an homage to the beautiful dining table that they had in wood, also the center table that had been purchased. These were in perfect condition and we wanted to use them. So using and reflecting the same wood tones made the space come together really pretty. The third thing that we needed to focus on was this area which led to the guest room. Now that space had been initially built for storage, but it was not really serving the purpose. Also, there was a lot of clutter that was accumulating there. And she needed a proper space for her crockery as well. So what we decided to do is open up that space, provided them with a console, and it has these beautiful round shutters which have nice grooving design. So it kind of adds a little element of a modernality to the space. And we of course continued with the grey color here as well. Now, the space above the console, we decided to go for a larger mirror so that the space kind of bounces light very well and it also looks larger than it actually is. The other problem area that we wanted to address was the kitchen. This was an open kitchen, and actually they liked this concept of open kitchen. However, there was no segregation of spaces, and thus the kitchen was spilling into the dining space, and what we needed to do is just give it a slight amount of segregation. And since we had removed a chunk of furniture from where the crockery unit initially was, we decided to have two panels on both sides of the kitchen which would act as a crockery unit cum bar. So you can see that this entire space has a lot of closed cabinets, some open space, wine cabinet. It also has some glass shutters. So it's basically a mix of a lot of things which are needed in a crockery unit per se. The wooden color that we've used is, again, it's a laminate finish that is tying all the wooden elements of this room together. We added some lights just to give it that wow factor. And we brought this space together with this color combination of grey and blue. So all the dark panels that were there, the door, the main door, the door to the guest room, everything has been spray painted. We also wanted to create some focal areas in the room, specifically behind the sofa and right next to the dining table, as these were niches which were just coming with the place itself. So we celebrated them rather than just being paneling them off. So we've provided them with wallpapers, which are again in a very beautiful grey texture, not too loud, just kind of balancing the grey from the TV unit. Finally, we finished off with the accessories that she already had. So they just beautifully fit in the room, and we accessorized the space behind the sofa with this beautiful photograph that her son has taken. And he's a photographer, he's a wildlife photographer now. Enthusiast, but I would say he's a photographer. So this is one of his pieces which we wanted to highlight, and all the colors that you see in this space are actually pulled out from this particular piece. So the peaches that you see, the blues, and the colors that are there in that are all what we wanted to reflect in the house. So this was actually our bouncing point for the entire makeover. So this is how the space now looks. So thank you for coming along on this journey. I hope you enjoyed this makeover, and as we enjoyed showing it to you and doing the entire process, do let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. If you are looking to make over your spaces, all the details of us will be mentioned in the description box. I will see you very soon in the next video. Till then, happy living.